Good wishes, dear students. The concept you will be learning in today's class is types of chemical reactions. Now, for your syllabus of Standard 11, you have to learn redox type of reactions detailedly. But before that, to have a better knowledge of redox type of reactions, you need to know what's the meaning of combination type of chemical reaction, decomposition type of chemical reaction, displacement type of chemical reactions, and double displacement type of chemical reactions. Now these are the rules under which any reactions in nature takes place here. So let's move on to one by one. Though you have learnt it in the lower classes, I'm not going to go in detail, but let me tell you in short how to identify or how to know the difference between different types of chemical reactions. Let's start with a combination reaction. Now, what's the meaning of combination reaction? Before that, let me tell you one thing. In a reaction, all that is written on the right hand side are called as a product, and all that are written on the left hand side are called as a reactants here. So, in combination reaction, two types of reactant I am considering. One is a hydrogen, the other one is an oxygen. They combine together to give me only one type of product called water. I'm stressing the word only one type. Here, don't look at the number of water molecule. I'm not bothered about the number of water molecule. Water is a one type of product. Hydrogen is a one type of reactant. Oxygen is a one type of reactant. So, two different reactants are combining together to give us only one type of product. More than two type of reactants also can be there. But on the product side, if you find only one product, it's called as a combination reaction. The key word here is only one product will be found. Now moving on to decomposition reaction. Here if you look at it, I have taken a water molecule. When we heat, it gets dissociated into hydrogen and oxygen. So two reactant gave us one product. One reactant. Now water is come in the place of reactant on the left hand side. Water, when I heat, I'm getting a two different product. Hydrogen is one product, oxygen is one product. Let's look at one more example of calcium carbonate. Here again, when we heat, I get a two different product, calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So that's the meaning of decomposition reaction. Reactant side, we will have only one type. But on the product side, we can have a two or a more than that type of products here. That's the meaning of decomposition reaction. The key word here is only one reactant. Here only one product. Please understand the word of product and reactant. Moving on to the third one, displacement reaction. What's the underlying principle in it? More active element displaces less active element. Consider an example of zinc, treating it with a HCl. Now the product side, zinc combines with a chlorine, forms a zinc chloride, plus hydrogen is released here. Now how does this displacement takes place? There is something called a concept of reactivity series. In the reactivity series, coming down the group, the reactivity decreases, meaning those at the top will be more reactive in nature. Those metal or non-metal, we can call it as an element, those which are present at the below are called as a least reactive. So those at the top most reactive, those at the bottom least reactive. So as we come down the group, I will teach about this in detail when we go on to that particular chapter. I'm just referring to explain to you the concept of displacement reaction. Now what are the two types of elements we have got here? Zinc and a hydrogen with a chlorine. Now our point of interest is zinc and a hydrogen. If you look at it in the series here, I told you coming down the group reactivity decreases. So zinc we've got here, hydrogen we've got here. So which one is in the upper scale? Zinc is in the upper scale, meaning zinc is more reactive than hydrogen. So what happens? Zinc displaces hydrogen and takes the place of, combines with the chlorine. Hence we get the product zinc chloride plus hydrogen here. So that's what I have written. Zinc is more reactive than hydrogen following this series. You have to by heart, but I will provide you the easy trick of by hearting it in the later classes. Let's take one more example of, this is in case of metal. Now let's take one more case of non-metal here. Potassium iodide, when we treat with a chlorine, the displacement takes in such a place. Potassium combines with the chlorine and iodine is being replaced. Now what's the point I have written? Chlorine is more reactive than iodine. How does it? There are also for halogen also reactivity series is present here. Fluorine is highly reactive. Then comes chlorine followed by bromine and iodine. So what are the two types of halogens we've got? Iodine is a halogen. Chlorine is also a halogen. But between the two, which has got a better ability to combine with the potassium? Chlorine is more reactive. Coming down the group, it decreases. Reactivity decreases. So chlorine is more reactive than iodine. Hence, chlorine combines with the potassium and leaves out the iodine. So we get the product of potassium chloride and iodine. And that's the point I have written. Chlorine is more reactive than hydrogen. The note here, single displacement. Now this is the meaning of single displacement. I will tell you one more example. Single displacement reaction depends on the reactivity series, and this is the reactivity series which you will have to know. Moving on to the second category, displacement or a single displacement, they are one and the same. Moving on to the second category of double displacement reaction. Now here also ions gets exchanged. So exchange of their ions, cations and anions. You know that cations, when we say those with a positive charge are called as a cations. Those with a negative charge are called as an anions takes place. So within this reaction, in terms of displacement, more active element displaces less active element. This is in terms of single displacement. Double displacement, when you say, look at an example, you will understand it better. Silver nitrate, treating it with a sodium chloride. If you split into Ag plus ion, NO3 minus ion, Na plus ion, Cl minus ion. So Ag plus will combine with the Cl minus and go out as a AgCl. So here again Ag is a positively charged, Cl is a negatively charged. Look at the other way. Minus will combine with the plus. So we will get a sodium nitrate. Again plus and minus symbol. So this is the meaning of double displacement. Both the ions get exchanged themselves thoroughly. Let's look at one more example of Na plus OH minus and H plus and Cl minus. The same principle as above. Plus will combine with the minus giving us NaCl. OH will combine with the H plus and giving us water. So here again it's in the form of a H plus and OH minus ion. This is the meaning of double displacement. So where both the ions get exchanged. Two types of reactants. Silver nitrate is one type of reactant. Sodium chloride is another type of reactant. They completely exchange their ions. If you look at the displacement reaction, now to explain it to you better, zinc is a positive ion. H plus is a positive ion, Cl minus is a negative ion. Now in this case, Cl has no partner to exchange themselves. So between the two positive ion, exchange takes place. Hence we find out more active element displaces less active. So we have seen it in the reactivity series. Zinc is more reactive than hydrogen. Hence the displacement takes place. Now look at in terms of potassium iodide and chlorine. Potassium is of positively charged, iodide is of negatively charged, chlorine again is a halogen negatively charged here. Potassium has no partner to merge with, but between the two iodide, we need to determine which is highly reactive. That's what we have found out. Chlorine is highly reactive, so chlorine combines with the product. So in this displacement reaction, only one displacement takes place here, either in terms of positive ion or in terms of negative ion. When we say double displacement, both the positive and negative ion displacement takes place here. So they do not depend on a reactivity series. Displacement reaction depends on reactivity series. Double displacement reactions do not depend on reactivity series. Moving on to so this is a quick understanding of the four types of reactions. The last one, redox type of reactions, which is present for your syllabus. Now, what's the meaning of redox type of reactions? It's nothing. Combination of oxidation and reduction type of reactions within a same reaction. The combination, do not get confused with this combination. It's entirely different. I'm just putting the word together. Redox, when you hear the word, you will find oxidation also taking place in a particular reaction. Reduction also taking place in a particular reaction. So this is a definition for a redox type of reaction. Moving on to, it further has got a different category, and that's the purpose I gave you the orientation for the other type of chemical reactions, combination reactions. The same principle as you have seen it before. Two or more than two types of reactants giving us only one product. That's the principle. But within it, you will see oxidation also taking place, reduction also taking place. The second one, decomposition. What's the meaning? One reactant giving us more than two types of products here. The same concept, but is explained in terms of oxidation and reduction. The third category, displacement, you understand better. Two types of displacement takes place, metal displacement and non-metal displacement. Moving on to the fourth one, all this we will see in detail in the upcoming classes. I'm just giving you the types of redox reactions present for your syllabus. The fourth one is called a disproportionation reaction or a auto-redox reactions. Now what's the meaning of auto-redox reactions? Undergoes oxidation and reduction by the same compound. Please remember the previous types and all. When I say oxidation and reduction, oxidation is different by different compound, reduction is by different compound. Now when we say disproportionation, same compound undergoes oxidation and reduction. Previous cases different compounds, here same compound, and that's what I have stressed it by rounding it with a different color. The last type of reactions will be competitive electron transfer reaction. Yeah, what's the meaning of electron transfer here again? The compounds, a transfer of electron between the compound is based on the order of reactivity series. Do you remember this order of reactivity series? So when I teach you this category, I will teach you also how to learn this quickly without forgetting. Thank you.